Whoa, it's a man, it's a myth, it's a legend, Julian Goldie. And today we have some redonkulous news for you as they say in the Oxford Dictionary. Today we're going to be running through Windsurf AI, which is probably the best thing since sliced bread, if you ask me. So this is essentially a very powerful way to build websites in a few clicks. It doesn't require much effort at all. And I'm going to guide you through exactly how you can use it step by step to get more SEO traffic based on what's working for me. So, for example, if we pull up some example websites that I've worked on previously that have done similar things, like, for example, this website was built with Bolt. It's already got nearly 500 clicks in the first month of building it. And you can see here CTR super high because it's ranking quickly. Now, this pretty much ranked out the box because we had the right keyword strategy, because we had the right strategy when building it, and it was super time efficient to build it. Now, if you want to build something like that, I'll show you exactly how to do it today, along with a bunch of other stuff. Now, what you can see inside Windsurf Editor is that essentially this is kind of like a agent and co-pilot workflow, right? So you have the co-pilot, you have the agency, you create this sort of workflow where you can easily build out new websites, new tools, whatever you want to do, basically. And I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you can do it live. But before we get into that, I just want to mention there is a Black Friday deal on right now. If you click inside the link in the comments, join the SEO Elite Circle, you can actually save $2,600 when you sign up today. So big Black Friday deal on for now. That is only available until Black Friday, as you can imagine. So as we get into this, let's pull up Windsurf AI. You can download it for free. Bear in mind, like, I haven't paid for this tool, but from what I've seen, it is super powerful. Now, I have paid for tools, for example, like Cursor AI, but I don't find them as useful and as user-friendly as this one. So I can actually pull up both Cursor and Windsurf to compare them, but I'll do that in a minute just as we go along. So the first place we're going to start is you're going to see something like this, and we'll set up the workspaces, and then we'll just add the new folder, for example, like new calculator website, hit create like so, open that bad boy up, and we'll hit trusty authors. We're going to X off that. You can link it to Git repositories, I think, but I've not tested that out yet. And then from here, we can basically use this kind of like an AI SEO website builder. Now, you can select between different AI models. So, for example, you can choose like GPT-4o, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Cascade Base. And when you see this working, it's pretty crazy. I actually saw someone comment, I don't know if it was a joke, but I kind of resonated with it. Someone commented on my video earlier today about Windsurf and said, basically, this has changed my life forever, and I had to force myself to go to sleep because I was using it so much. I wouldn't say I'm going to have to force myself to go to sleep, but I will say that it is a pretty exciting tool, and it's really cool for doing all sorts of stuff when it comes to building out websites, right? So, for example, if we go back to Windsurf now, and what we can do first of all actually is we'll find some keywords that we could create a website about. So if we search, for example, something like calculator, we're going to find a relevant calculator keyword that we could rank for, just as an example, right? Totally random example. But basically what we can do here, just like you see with Enterprise SEO ROI Calculator, is we can build our websites that rank very quickly because they're going for low competition keywords, and we can get traffic from day one, not from like day 30, not from 6 months down the line or 12 months down the line, or whenever a lot of website owners give up on SEO. We can get traffic from day one, like you can see on this particular website, and it's still getting traffic today with very little effort. I don't touch it. I don't think about it. It's ranking for its target keywords. So let's have a look at some of these keywords that we could potentially rank for. And bear in mind, like, calculator pages get a lot of traffic. So for example, if we take blocks fruit calculator, I'm not really sure what that's about, but you can see here how it has a traffic potential of 17,000. By the way, this is live. So if you have questions as we go along, feel free to comment, and I'll try and help you out the best I can, because I'm only going to be on here for a short amount of time. So make sure you get your questions in now. This is live. It's not pre-recorded or anything like that. So as we go along here, you can see this super easy keyword to go for. Traffic potential 17,000, pretty nice. And then we can look at the first page of Google right here, and we can see a bunch of ideas around what we could create, right? So for example, if we have a look at the list, it's like, right, DR18, DR13, DR18, DR0, DR3 ranking on the first page, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy, if you ask me, if you want to rank for that. And so what we can do from here is we can take that particular keyword, and I'm going to pull up an SOP that I've actually used on Bolt previously for calculator websites. We've got a legendary figure, Jesse Cunningham, in the building. Good to see you here, mate. Crushing it on a Saturday. We crush it every day. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you here, mate. If you're watching this channel, if you never checked out Jesse Cunningham's channel, check it out. He does some amazing stuff on Pinterest marketing and that sort of stuff. So as we go along from here, we've already found the keyword. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take something like this. Now, I'm just going to keep it super simple just to make it easy for everyone watching. So I'm going to say, right, create a website, a one-page SEO website, targeting the keyword, blocks fruit, calculator. Then create some SEO optimized content underneath, which explains how to use the tool, semantically optimized for the keyword. And we'll say like aim for, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it on the screen now. I'm going to say, right, aim for about 1,000 words on the page. Usually you would just base that on your competitors, right? So if we go through the SERPs, for example, and you can do this manually, you don't need Ahrefs to help you, but it does save a lot of time. We can see, okay, this is only 38 words, 96. We don't need a big amount of word count for this. And the easiest way to figure out how much word count you need for the page you want to rank is simply to look at your competitors and see what's popping over there. So now that we've got the prompt ready to go, let's have a little think about this. So create a one-page SEO website targeting the keyword. Makes sense. Create the SEO optimized content underneath, which explains how to use it. Okay, it makes sense. And then, you can insert whatever affiliate links you want to use. If you want to set up a newsletter, you can. Pretty simple stuff. The other thing that I would say is just create a beautiful website, right? We want to make sure it looks good, etc. So we'll set that up from here. And then additionally, what else are we going to do? Yeah, I'm going to put in my brown colors just to give it a little bit of pop and get those colors popping, as you can see. And then from here, just make sure you're in the right section, not the chat section. If you select chat, you're going to be in read-only mode, and that is not very good for creating code, my friends. So now that's going to do its magic. Now, what I want to actually show you that's quite interesting, and we'll pull up Cursor here. I'm going to create a new project inside Cursor. So let's set up a new project, and we'll just call this Cursor example. And we'll hit create like so. We'll hit open, and we'll open up this example, right? Now, it's actually very, very similar to Cursor. So you can see it even comes up with the same pop-up. So I'm pretty sure Windsurf AI actually came up with their design, probably inspired by Cursor in some ways. But we're going to do the exact same thing. So from here, I'm going to say, do the same prompt, right? So we've got Cursor running, we've got Windsurf running, right? I pay for Cursor, Windsurf is free. Now, we can just compare what the outputs, right? What's the difference? How does it go? In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for that to run, Cristiano says, my website is down. I don't know why. Pay 6 months. Even I use low keywords, how to find a problem. I'm not sure. I probably need a bit more context here to have a look for you. Do you mean your SEO traffic is down? If your SEO traffic is down, I would just look at the fundamentals of the site. But bear in mind as well, right now, there's a Google core update running, which means that SERPs are very, very volatile and traffic is up and down like a yo-yo. I tell you that for free. And so if you're worried about your site, just bear that in mind. I mean, for example, if we go to some of the other sites that we have in our search console, let's open up Oil Therapy Central, for example. This is a website built with auto blogging. Just to give you an idea of how volatile this is, this website went all the way down to like 41 clicks and then flew back up to 313 clicks a day. Right? That's the sort of volatility we're dealing with right now. It's a stormy time out there. So now you can see that it's doing all the changes, and we can click accept all in a second. If we go to Cursor, let's see what we got here. So if we go inside Cursor, it's created the code, and I think we have to hit apply to actually use it. Yeah, so we have to hit apply on that code, right? So if we hit apply there, we can do it. But inside Windsurf, it just feels way more like, look at the UI. This UI is much easier to use than the UI inside Cursor, I would say. And I know I'm going to get some Cursor fanboys absolutely hating on me when I'm showing this, but that's the sort of sacrifice I make for you on a Saturday night. Scott Freedom says, Goldie was P, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what that means, but what's up, baby? Good to see you here. And Scott says, my rankings are up and down. Yeah, I think all of our rankings are like up and down. Good to see you here, Scott. Cheers for tuning in. And so, for example, inside Windsurf is so much easier to deal with because you can just go, boop, accept all, boom, shakalaka. We've got the website ready to go. All right. Now, from here, we can say, okay, launch the website, plus open that bad boy up. Specifically, make sure you say open that bad boy up on the terminal. So it launches in my browser. Very technical prompt right there. And we'll hit enter like that. And then we'll go back to Cursor and we'll see what's popping up around Cursor. All right, so it's giving us the details. What we're going to do from here is we'll say, do exactly the same prompts, right? And we'll see what the design of Cursor is like versus what the design of Windsurf is like. All right, so we're going to hit accept. Windsurf will start running the Python code so that we can launch it. I think we've already got port 8000 going, so I'm going to accept that, see if that works. That might not work as well. It's going to try another port now. I think it's because I've been running ports like a madman today, testing these different stuff. We'll see what happens over there. In the meantime, we've got Cursor going. So you see how in Cursor, it doesn't really make sense to me because you got to like run, then run, then run, then run. That's not as easy as like Windsurf, which basically does it all for you. And I know I'm going to get some hate for like not being that technical, but that's basically what we're dealing with here. So we're going to hit accept, and now we've got the calculator website ready to go. Look at that. Whole website literally built with a couple of clicks, and it's all branded to me. It's got the content underneath. Let's see how many words we got for that EMD. So we got 340 words, which is all we need. We don't need a lot, right? And then it's got the calculator. So if we put in the level, so for example, 3, and then we'll select the fruit. So for example, dragon fruit, melee. This must be about a game or something like that. And then we'll calculate the stats so you can see how she works, right? I built a better calculator than probably most of the stuff that's already ranking on the first page of Google. And I did it in literally a couple of minutes, right? It was redonkulously easy, redonkulously, which is my new favorite word. And if we scroll underneath, you can see that it's keyword optimized the content semantically. It's got like the titles and subtitles, headings, etc. Everything is branded to my colors as well. And then additionally, it's just like, here's how you use it, right? Here's how to optimize. Here's some advanced tips, etc. Super powerful and easy, right? So for sure, Windsurf is really, really good. Now let's have a look what Surfer is done. Let's have a look what Cursor is doing. So Cursor, again, not very user-friendly UI. And I know I'm going to get so much hate from the people who love Cursor, but we'll hit run like so, and we'll see what that does. And it says the website should now be running locally on your machine. But it's not, as far as I'm aware, it's not, right? And let's have a look. Let's see what it's done here. No, it's not, because that port is already used by Windsurf, right? So let's go back to Cursor now, and we'll say, can you use a totally different port plus open it up on my browser? And for Stassi says, can you do front end to back end using this AI? Claude still hallucinate too much. I mean, in this example, right, it's a very, very basic website. And I think that's what this stuff is good for. I do have a video coming out tomorrow on how to build a full affiliate website using this process. But I mean, the front end is there, the back end is there, and everything is there, right? So Windsurf basically does everything. Now, let's have a look. So let's have a look what we got here. All right, we'll try this. We'll give it a whirl. So we're going to click apply to current file. And it may be that I don't understand how to run Cursor. There's a very high chance of that. But like, if I don't understand how to use it and I can use Windsurf, then doesn't that make Windsurf better? So we hit run like so. And it said command not found, Python. It just doesn't seem to work, you know? Like, which one would I rather use? Like this one that doesn't work, or Windsurf that's free and does work perfectly, right? And even opens up the website ready to use out of the box. And also, this was basically perfectly coded, right? I don't see any issues with this website. Like, it works beautifully. Design is super nice. If we have a look at the code, let's open up the code. Code is very nice, right? Look how clean that is compared to, say, if we open up chipperbirds.com, the legendary, and we open up the code for that, look how nasty that is, right? That's pretty sloppy code because it's got all this Elementor stuff here. It's got a lot of bloat on the code. It's not very clean. And if you compare it to this website is absolutely smashing it. So that's basically it, right? Like, you can see how powerful Windsurf is, how easy it is to use. Cursor doesn't seem to be able to launch a website, but Windsurf does. And it may be that I don't have the technical knowledge to understand Cursor probably with my little pea brain, but it could also be the Windsurf is just better, right? And I would say personally, it's probably Windsurf is better. So yeah, highly recommend checking it out. It seems to be better designed than Cursor. It seems to be easier to use than Bolt. It seems to have less problems. Like, for example, if you do the same thing inside Bolt, I don't know if that prompt would work straight away. We can test it together now. So if we use exactly the same prompt inside Bolt, so we've got Bolt here, and then we'll go back to Windsurf. We'll grab that singular prompt that we used, right? This one right here. And then we'll go into Bolt. We'll hit enter like so, and we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does, whether it gives us the preview or not, right? And we're waiting for that code to generate. I mean, I do like the UI of Bolt. Like, looks a lot nicer than anything else, to be honest with you. But the other thing is, well, like when you're building out locally with, for example, tools like Windsurf, the difference there is that with Windsurf, you can run it locally, which means you got that project saved and you can come back to it later. Whereas if, for example, you have this inside Bolt and you return to an old project, it's not as easy to change the original files. So let's see what it comes back with. It is taking its sweet time, but I can't blame it. And now it's created the website. And let's see what we got. And you can see already, like, there's a potential problem detected right there, right? Whereas Windsurf, it didn't have any problems at all. I literally just gave it the prompt, host it, open it up in the browser, boom shakalaka, we got a website ready to go. This one, it looks like the preview is not even working, mate. And then we have to click on try to fix the problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Bolt is a great tool, but I just think this is probably the next generation thing. So yeah, super easy to use. I'm really impressed, absolutely loving it. And I wanted to share it with the world because some people cannot sleep and they have to force themselves to go to bed when they're using it. So it must be good. What else we got here then? Laszlo says Claude is to ChatGPT what Windsurf is to Bolt. That's about right. That sounds about right there. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if anyone's checked it out, but I would be very interested to see if or hear of anyone who's using DeepSeek right now. That was a new AI that was launched this week. Additionally, like, I don't know if anyone's checked out Mistral, Pixtral Large, which is kind of like a free alternative to ChatGPT, but that's really, really impressive as well. And Laszlo says Windsurf is far superior. I totally agree. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's good to see Windsurf getting a bit of love, and I'll be doing more videos on it because it's free. It actually works. It requires less technical expertise than any other tool. You can host it locally and you can one-click install that stuff as well. So super good stuff. So thanks so much, everyone who's watching. Just wanted to do a quick tutorial live to break down exactly how it works, etc. Appreciate all the comments and the questions today as well. And if you want to get that Black Friday deal, snap it up quick before it goes, because once it's gone, it's gone. Prices will go back up to 3,600. If you just come on the page here and then you type in the coupon code ELITE, hit apply, you will save 2,600 right? Right there, my friends. And so if you want to grab that, grab it now before it's gone. Obviously, we can only have so many people inside the community as well, because otherwise we don't want to overwhelm it. And yeah, feel free to get that link in the comments and description. Appreciate you all watching. And by the way, if you want to get my Windsurf recipe along with all my bolt recipes and my cursor recipes, I love all these tools, to be honest with you. But if you want to check all that out, check out my free SEO course, link in the comments and description. Then go to free SEO tools, and then inside there you'll see recipes for bolt. You'll see recipes for example, Windsurf as well, and like over 200 recipes, tutorials, tips, and templates. So feel free to get that. And if you want link building services, feel free to book in a call. Link in the comments and description. We have some long-term Black Friday deals that will save you thousands of dollars. So feel free to get that as well. Appreciate everyone watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.